I should talk in English.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
We
please.
prefer you to
Yeah.
speak in English because this is an international forum.
Oh.
We have people listening to your waiting to listen to your poetic deliberations. We appreciate in English, sir.
The audio is not very strong.
The floor is for you. You can talk.
It's audible, sir. It is clear and audible.
Okay,
Everything is
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Respected doctors, my dear friends, I am not a person well versed in the science of homeopathy. It's only due to the love and affection and the inspiration rendered upon me by our eminent doctor, brilliant doctor, my elder brother, Dr. Ismail Sir Sahab. Only due to his invitation and compulsion that I am talking a few words in this very valuable stage. The International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy is an acclaimed organization, as far as I know, dedicated for spreading the message and the philosophy of homeopathy. For me, as a patient, not a doctor, and not at all as an expert, as a patient, homeopathy is a wonderful experience. An experience the possibilities of which are infinite in treating the patients, in meeting the challenges facing the humanity, and in continuing the research-oriented activities with regard to the achievements of medical science in the history of the mankind. So I am here as only a layman. I had told Dr. Ismail Sahab that I am not a person who can be expected to talk in this very valuable occasion. But anyway, Dr. Ismail Sahab is a wonderful phenomena. Not only a doctor, he is a wonderful phenomena. For decades, he has continued his service to our people, to our society. In many ways, we people are indebted to him. I stand committed to him, and only due to his this compulsion that I am talking these few words. As far as my knowledge goes, and my knowledge and experience goes, much has to be done to promote homeopathy, the science of homeopathy, which is not being utilized in the fullest form. In the fullest form that has to be utilized. I think the homeo doctors throughout the world and the lovers of homeopathy and the lovers of the wisdom that is contained in the philosophy of homeopathy, they have to do much. Their responsibility is much heavier with regard to the spread of the message and philosophy of homeopathy throughout the world, especially in this age of crisis, when this COVID-19 is being considered as a great serious menace, as a challenge towards the existence of the very existence of humanity, that is challenging. In these difficult times, in these difficult hours, in this difficult period of crisis, the chances of homeopathy are infinite. Homeopathy that was born in the mind and the thought of a great humanitarian, a great thinker, a philosopher like Dr. Hahnemann, that has grown to great extent. To great extent, its growth and development is wonderful. The stages that homeopathy has passed in its history of growth, in the history of development, that is amazing. And now homeopathy stands equal to any other branch of medical science in treating humanity, in meeting the challenges faced by humanity, in treating diseases. For this, in this regard, I am only mentioning here a few points humbly. I think I am here amidst great doctors, experts of homeopathy, with whom I cannot be compared in any way. As I stated in the initial stage, when I began my talk, I am a layman, or I'm talking as a patient. But still, I think I have to say many things about homeopathy from my own experience. The first and foremost thing I want to mention here is that homeopathy is that as I said earlier, homeopathy is not at all utilized in the fullest form that can be utilized for the betterment of humanity, for the welfare of humanity, for the uplift of humanity in treating diseases. That is the first and the foremost thing that has to be addressed. As for example, with regard to the preventive medicine, in the background of COVID-19, wherever it was used, though in a limited way, it has proved that this preventive medicine discovered in and formulated in homeopathy can be made useful in checking the disease, in checking the COVID-19, in preventing it to some extent, to a great extent. But still, even after understanding that or experiencing that, the medicine is not served, the medicine is not being distributed throughout the world in a large scale, even in our country of India, in our state of Kerala, which is in the southern tip of India, where the growth of homeopathy is high. There are a large number of homeo doctors, good number of hospitals, experts, like I mentioned here, like Dr. Ismail Sert Sahab, who himself is an expert, who is well known throughout the world as a homeo physician, and many other doctors are there, known to me and unknown to me. But still, I wonder, I'm afraid, why there are, maybe from the due to the lack of cooperation from the side of the administrative machinery, from the administrative system, that it is not being promoted. And for that, administrative help and administrative sanction comes later. In the initial stage, the initiative should come from the part of homeopathy practitioners themselves. That is my humble opinion. They have to convince the world, to convince the authorities, the people in the helm of affairs, the people who are there in the governmental system, machinery. They have to convince them that this can be done by homeopathy. And you have to do this, you have to sanction. Such kind of a pressurizing is highly essential in utilizing the benefit of homeopathy for the betterment of humanity in a large scale. That is my humble opinion. So, a pressurizing and a lobbying in the democratic system, we know, we understand that pressurizing is not a fault, not a wrong thing. Democracy itself is a kind of pressurizing. In the democratic system, there is enough scope for bringing pressure, for lobbying for good causes, for great causes, for great values, for greater aims. And such thing has to be done, I believe, for homeopathy first of all. Then secondly, we are all happy that research is live with regard to homeopathy. Any branch of knowledge, any branch of science, any branch of medical science that can be sustained, that can be preserved, that can survive only on the basis of research. Without a research, nothing can be done. There will not be progress. Without a research, knowledge will be static. It will not grow. It will not move. Every movement is based on the quality of research, the ability to awaken research, the inner content that can be made useful for living the spirit of research. So I believe this area also has to be addressed. But good research is being conducted. With regard to preventive medicine itself in homeopathy, in the stage, in the second stage, I think here in Kerala, a new type of medicine was formulated, discovered, or found out. It was being made or produced by our eminent doctors, the result of which, as far as I know, is wonderful. Now, in the present stage, the vaccination is being made a matter of discussion everywhere. Okay, that is good. Let everything come out. Let everything that is good come out. Let us welcome everything that is good. I always believe in the holistic. I always believe in the holistic system of knowledge. We cannot exclude any branch of knowledge when we think of a better future, a bright future of humanity. The present age, I believe, is the age of inclusion, not exclusion. Whatever is there that favors exclusion, that is anti-democratic, anti-progressive, it is obscurantistic. Such tendencies have to be kept away. They have to be avoided. Such tendencies have to be avoided. So we have to include, in another sense, what I mean is the pluralistic approach. The pluralistic approach. Pluralistic approach, we know, it contains everything. It welcomes everything. Nothing is singular. Everything is plural. Culture, philosophy, knowledge, art, literature, sciences, especially medical sciences. Sometimes a branch of medical science can be successful in an area where other branch or other branches have failed. Such experiences we have sometimes. One branch will be failing to address the situation, to undo the problem, to solve the problem. But another branch will be successful. It will be competent enough to deal with the situation, to undo the mistake. We can't predict which is useful, which is not useful. And because human knowledge is so vast, it has no limits. It can cross any limit. So in that sense, only the pluralistic system will be successful. The world needs, in every walk of life, the pluralistic approach. In culture, in food habits, in dress habits, in language, in religion, in culture, everything. The uniformity approach, the approach of uniformity is highly dangerous. It is grave for the very existence of, it's a grave idea for the very existence of humanity. We need the holistic approach, the pluralistic approach, the general approach, the approach of inclusion, not that of exclusion. In that sense, I believe homeopathy will have to be included. Homeopathy has to do much, because if it is included in the total system of medical science, it has many specialities. Like any other branch, any branch of human knowledge has its own specialities, its own merits. We will have to look positively the things. We have to analyze the onward march of human beings to progress positively. And all these efforts are based on man's intellectual efforts, intellectual pursuits. With regard to the intellectual pursuits, I believe homeopathy as a philosophy, for me, basically and essentially, homeopathy, more than a medical science, for me, it is a branch of philosophy. And I believe, first of all, it is a system of philosophy. The system of philosophy is when it is translated to action, translated to medical treatment, then it becomes a good branch of medical science. Basically, it is a philosophy, system of philosophy, a very good system of philosophy, a perfect one. And Hahnemann can be considered as one of the great philosophers of the world, thinkers of the world, masters of the world, intellectual masters, when we consider his contributions to the arena of human thought. So I am here I'm not to prolong these words. As I mentioned earlier, I am not an expert to talk on this kind of subjects. I am only a layman, a student, or as a patient. But I have personally, when I come to the last and the final point, my personal experience with homeopathy is always very sweet, very inspiring. very which activating, and it is very positive. I have my own experiences. I discuss these things with great homeo doctors like Dr. Ismail Seth Sahab, with whom I have got very emotional friendship, very close relationship. And his life is completely devoted and dedicated for the service of humanity. It is our fortune for our society that he selected the way of homeopathy to render his services to the ailing humanity, especially in our surrounding areas, in our locality, in the state of Kerala in particular, and our country of India in general. And not only that, his services are there even abroad. He is invited to other countries for treatment. I mean, other doctors are there. Most of them are the friends of homeopathy, and I know, I understand this platform on which we are here now at present. It is presided by, the president is Dr. Ismail Seth Sahab. And from my experiences, mostly through him, with homeopathy, is that homeopathy gives great confidence. It has to do much in the confidence building measure of challenging the crisis faced by humanity nowadays, especially in these COVID days. But that has to be addressed more seriously, more deeply. I have a personal experience. When I was a member of parliament, Dr. Ismail Seth Sahab asked me to sanction a good amount for building, for erecting a cancer center in the renowned Homeo Medical College of Calicut, Kozhikode. I was not sure to what extent the result will be there. But one thing was very sure for me: when Dr. Ismail said, an expert like him tells me to do this, it will have wonderful results, because he is a serious person. He will not joke. For him, treatment and medical science are very serious things. And I sanctioned an amount. I don't remember how much was the amount. What was the amount? I don't remember. But
25 lakhs.
Pardon?
25 lakhs.
25 lakhs.
25 lakhs.
25 lakhs.
Yeah,
25 lakhs from the MP. Dr. Ismail Seth Sahab remembers. I'm happy that he remembers. That was not a years back, decades back. That was not a simple, not a small amount. And MP LAD scheme has a limit. The largest amount that can be given was this 25,000, as I remember. Anyway, that was sanctioned. The Homeo Cancer Center was built in the Homeo Medical College. And believe me, the result was amazing. One thing I had understood even before that in Homeo, there is good medicine for pain relief when compared with other medical sciences. We may not reduce the importance of any medical science, especially in my case. I am not an expert of any branch of medical science. I am a student of all these branches. And for persons like me, and for others also, I believe it is better, it is healthy that to honor the services of all branches of knowledge, all branches of medical science, especially. And every science, every branch has its own speciality. its own merits, its own technicalities. It related with its own essence, with its own philosophical content. That may be varying from science to science, from branch to branch of medical science. Anyway, people were attracted to that center. Large number of patients were treated there. Many of them, they got healing. Their disease was cured. And that was there. Even now, doctors told me, he mentioned this thing in a conference convened by our Honorable Chief Minister of the state. He mentioned this in that meeting, that this cancer center of Homeo Medical College of Kozhikode, Calicut city, that produced wonderful results. So I think this kind of attention has to be paid to homeopathy, which needs governmental help, administrative sanction. But more than that, I believe the homeo doctors, the thinkers in the field of homeo, they have to work hard. This is my very simple and humble suggestion, our request, that they should strive to convince the people in the helm of affairs that this can be done by homeopathy. These are the results. This is the reality. It is not a dream. It is a reality. It is a fact that homeo has proved itself. Homeo's track record is bright. Whatever may be the disease, any disease, maybe the style different, maybe the approach different, but it has its own way of treating. So in that respect, nowadays, especially when in fighting the COVID, in spreading the preventive medicine in a large scale, more things have to be done, and it will have its own results. Let the vaccination and other things go in its own way. That belongs to other science of human knowledge. The technicality is different. The homeo preventive medicines technicalities are entirely different with the other branches. Okay, let this also come to the forefront, and let that had be experienced by patients. Not only patients. Preventive medicine is not for patients. It is for all. It is for the society. It is for everybody. Everybody can examine it, experience it. For that, the message has to be spread. Many people don't know. I, from my own experience, was trying, making attempts to spread this homeo preventive medicine in my level. Then what I understood is that most of the people, among them there are educated, most of them they are educated. They are ready to welcome good ideas, good things. But unfortunately, they are not aware of these possibilities of homeopathy. There I believe homeopathy, these chances have to be more and more propagated. It has to be propagated religiously, if I use that term. Sometimes doctors tell their patients, you do the exercise religiously. In that sense, I'm using. It has to be propagated religiously, means strictly, sincerely. If that is done with the real importance, with the real intentions, with the real vision, the result will be wonderful. Many people can avail this benefit of homeopathy. And finally, in my experience and in the experience of all others, the softness of homeopathy is the very essence of its philosophy. Softness. The softness in dealing with the patients, the softness in the medicine, the softness in the style of treatment. And I think in this age of crisis, where everything is being rough and tough, is it the age of rough and tough ideas, phenomenon, and challenges around the humanity? Very serious, rough and tough. What we need nowadays is this soft touch. The healing touch has always to be soft touch, and homeo is soft. The very essence of the philosophy of homeo is that it is soft. It is not harsh. It is completely full of compassion and mercy and consideration for others. Other medical systems are also like that, but still, there is something special with regard to this in homeopathy. So I think and I believe homeo can give confidence. Whenever I talk with Dr. Ismail Seth Sahab, I stated in the very beginning, my encounter with homeopathy, my experience with homeopathy, my dealings and dialogues with homeopathy, my interactions with homeopathy, as a student, as a layman, as a seeker after truth, I have always understood that homeo can give great confidence. Whenever I talk to him, especially with regard to the COVID situation, whatever he says with utmost sincerity. He says with utmost certainty, and he inculcates the strength of confidence. And confidence is the most important psychic power, the psychic phenomena, which is highly essential for every branch of medical science in treating the diseases, in dealing with the patients. I conclude these humble remarks with hopes of great future for homeopathy, because homeopathy, it survives because it is necessary, it is essential. Whatever is needed for humanity, whatever is essential for humanity, whatever is necessary, that will survive, that will last, that will endure. It will not perish. Those things only will be, only those unnecessary things will perish. Homeo will go forward to the pardon?
Those who are not speaking, please mute. Those who are not speaking, please, listeners, please mute themselves.
Yes, I am sorry. There is some problem.
Yes, sir.
With the audio.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Whatever our eminent personalities, dignitaries are there, whatever our dignitaries speak, I am not able to hear completely, accurately. Anyway, I am concluding. I will try to listen your talk, your speeches, your sentiments that are going to be expressed, and I conclude with this my great expectations that more chances are there for homeopathy. Chances are bright, chances are infinite, and the entire homeo world has to rise up to the occasion. Rise up to the occasion and utilize this opportunity to spread the message of homeopathy, and by which it can be helpful for a large number of the ailing persons of humanity. I hope and I thank you all. I wish all success for this great forum, great organization. This kind of organizations are very much needed for utilizing homeopathy in the fullest level, with the fullest possibilities of or chances. Thank you. Thank you all. Whatever I have spoken here, it is from my own understandings, maybe mistakes. As I mentioned earlier, I am not an expert. I'm not an expert and I'm not even a student of homeopathy. I have appeared here on the invitation of Dr. Ismail Sir Sahab. He always inspires me. For me, homeopathy is, he is the embodiment of homeopathy, the philosophical embodiment of, and the practical embodiment of homeopathy. I mean, other doctors also who are present here and who are not present here, who are rendering great service to the development of homeopathy, to the research area of homeopathy. I respect you all, I honor you all, and I thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. But the thing is, we are formulated this forum for promoting homeopathy. Hello, you are not hearing? Yeah, we are formed this forum. IFPH to promote the homeopathy in all sense. I think my mic is unmuted.
Said sir,
Yes.
Abdul Samad Samadani sir is not able to listen to you. Just wait. Samadani sir will arrange the audio.
Now I am listening. Now I am hearing.
Okay. Sir, we have formed this forum.
Yes.
Just for promoting the homeopathy in all sense. All over the world. All over the world.
Yes.
So we need your inspiration. We need your blessings. We need your duas and everything. Because you are not a simple man, no, like others. I'm proud of you. You are intellectually very, very keen and very high knowledge. You are a good speaker and you know so multiple languages: Arabic, Urdu, Malayalam, English, Tamil, everything he knows. You are the expert of the English and Arabic and this Hindi, not Hindi, Urdu. You are the Urdu master, no? I know that. you are inspiring, always inspiring the poet Iqbal. Yeah. What happened?
These are all good words about me by Dr. Ismail Sir, which most of which I don't deserve.
No.
Anyway,
everything you deserve, no, because
anyway,
very long back, you came and sitting outside along with my patients. I feel very bad that I told you. You give me 25 lakh rupees. I will respect you in all sense, and you can sit in my hall. I can come and consult you. I will provide the medicine for you until my death. I told you, no. That's a relation, because that time nobody has raised the amount. After that, after you given, after that is Muridharan given. I said, Samadani has given 25 lakh. You also give. Then you also given. Because of you, he rendered another 25,000, 25 lakhs for developing our computer system and like that. Till now, the cancer unit is conducting very well. That time, the cancer unit, only one in the field of homeopathy in India. After that, so many people. Now it is available in India, Kerala also, Trivandrum, Cochin, they like that. And other countries also, they started. Only because of this one, they started. Because we are the pioneer. You are the pioneer, given the amount. That's why I contacted that one. So all the praise given to you, then only it will come up. Okay, sir, very much thank you for your very relevant speech.